Welcome to Engage Math, Pre-Algebra, Lesson 9, Problem 6. So this is a challenging problem in some ways because we have to figure out what we can let x be equal to represent the situation. So the unknown in this case is really the number of hours. So I'm going to actually write down let x equal the number of hours that have passed. Okay, so I'm being pretty picky with that number of hours that have passed. You could just say number of hours if you would like. Now we have to write an equation that represents the situation. So at the beginning, we have 0.85 or 0.85, which really means 85% or 85 100ths. So this is the charge on our battery at time 0 when no hours have passed. Now, every time an hour passes, we lose 15%, which we know is 15 100ths, or the decimal 0.15, times the number of hours that have passed. And what we want to make sure is that we know when we have to recharge our phone. So after how many hours will we recharge our phone? We'll know that that happens when the charge is at 0.10 or 10%. Okay, which is also, by the way, 1/10. Okay, now we have our equation. So that's our equation. And it's tricky because you really had to think through what you're going to let x be equal to. All right, I'm going to rewrite the equation on the right so we have plenty of space to solve for it. So let's make that 0.015 x equals 0.10. Okay, we are trying to get x alone, so I'm going to subtract the 85 100ths from both sides. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's get rid of those decimals and make our lives easier. Okay, let's get rid of it, but this time we have to multiply through by 100. So what we're going to get is 85. I'm going to put a little 100 here so you know we're multiplying through by 100. So 85 minus 15x equals 10. And just like that, we're done with the decimals. Okay, now let's subtract the 85 from both sides, and we don't have to deal with those decimals. So those cancel, and we have minus 15x, or negative 15x, equals negative 75. Divide both sides by negative 15. And so what we know is that x is equal to 5, which means after 5 hours, we will have to recharge our phone because it will be at 10%. All right, thanks for joining us today at Engage Math.